grows in the gulf of morning, glimmering, gliding, a girdle of glare. To the citadel slow sailing in sun-soon air, bright bastions breathing in burnished light. Tia Morlug, lofts of living luminescence, lanes of lantern ether where the Tia Mori mild and masterful weave the wide winds, thread upon thread of the thundering day. Sun silks from stellar spray, filaments flaming, forming in matter from murmurs of molten ray. Ace train, sun weaver, warp warden of waking fire, whose hands hold the hush of the Heliac choir. Light like loose in the lattice of heaven, loose like a lion of living flame. He gathered glitters the glitter, girds into pattern, matter from mantra. Form from frame, see how the sky spindles sing. Spires of amber air ascending, arches of ori radiance bending. Every citadel sails on a sea of the sun, anchored in anthem and amber dawn. The Tia Mori been murmuring, measured yet molten in motion and mind. They braid the blaze with breath and with balance, binding the bright to body and kind. Stone from a spark, wing from a whisper, world from a wind in the wandering star. Ace train listens in the luminous weather, looming and learning the language of light. But far from the fervor of forging suns broods another brightness, a dimmer dominion of dusk. Corethiel, king of the sable silence, lord of the slow-breathing star, veiled in vapor, veiled in dust. That the heavens hang hushed in hollow, ashen auroras in umber air. Long-lit folk with lantern pupils watch where the one stars wear thin. Pale are their faces, patient their pulses. Sight for the shadow, sense for the seam, where night nestles near the nerve of the cosmos. Corethiel teaches, where light is lavish, life grows loud, but wisdom wakes in the waning. Bright ace train, breaker of brilliance, golden architect of gleaming skies. Dark Corethiel, keeper of quiet, of waning, and watcher of time. One sings matter from molten music, between them the balance breeze. Sun song, dust song, anthem and aftertone, flare and fade, blaze and bright. Go drifting dominions of Tia Morlug, towers of burning and crystal crossing, oceans of incandescent air. Our arts laughing in lattice expun from light. They know the loom of the living heavens, the gentle geometry of flame. Yet in their golden geometry trembles, for every weaving unravels in time. Ace train knows it, Corethiel knows it deeper. When suns grow sallow and citadels sing from their shining moorings, when wind-woven worlds one. Gold grows in the gulf of morning, glimmering, gliding, a girdle of glare. There the citadel circles, slow sailing in sun-sown air, bright bastions breathing in burnished light. Tia lofts of living luminescence, lanes of flaming lantern ether, where the Tia Mori mild and masterful weave the wide winds. Thread upon thread of the thundering day, sun silk spun from stellar spray, filaments flaming, forming and folding matter from murmurs of molten ray. Ace a train, sun weaver, warp warden of waking fire, matter from mantra, form from frame, whose hands hold the hush of the Heliac choir. Light lies loose in the lattice of heaven, loose like a lion of living's flame. He gathered from mantra, form from frame, spirages of aurate radiance bending. Every citadel sails on a sea of the sun, anchored in anthem and amber dawn. The Tia Mori move in murmuring measure, measured yet molten in motion and mind. But far from the fervor of forging suns broods another brightness, a dimmer dominion of dusk. Corethiel, king of the sable silence, lord of the slow-breathing star, veiled in vapor, veiled in dust. There the heavens hang hushed in hollow, ashen auroras, and long-lived folk with lantern pupils watch where the one stars wear. Pale are their faces, patient their pulses, sight for the shadows near the nerve of the cosmos. Corethiel teaches, Where light is lavish, life grows loud. But wisdom wakes a waning, bright A-string, breaker of brilliance, golden architect of gleaming skies, dark chord of waning and watcher of time. One sings matter from molten music, one reads the runes of the balance breeze. Sun song, song dusk to soul, anthing and lattice spun to tone. Flare, blaze and breath, the drifting dominions of Tiam or look. Towers turning and tide tree trembles, for every weaving unravels in time, when wind-woven worlds one. Gliding ibanuti mole Nibeni awanti tadasi kalora lilo kirini orun shone Imole baspiu simini glowy shedina Ti amor look, love soft, lumens and salaye I wanna nati atupa ether Nibiti awanti amori Toni irele atiti oni imoran Huna wana fefe jake jado Okun lori okun tia wan thundering ojo Oran silikis pon latira wasokiri Filaments flaming kikoro lati murmurs didi darai Larati kikoro lati murmurs didi darai Acetron is soon weaver warp warden of waking fire Tiowarem wo awon hush Ti awon helia kakori Imole dubule ni lati tioron Ti atu sile bikinu ina olaye Osha jodi dana Ofi isinu apere oro lati mantra formulati firemu Wobi awonorun spindle shikori Be awonorun spindle shikori I want spirits ti afefe amber tingoke I want arches yatun say mole auriate Boy lay solo lorinti oro ti wandero ambe I want ti amore bene we want di dani shipopata We want sibe di dani shipopata We want sibe di dani shipopata
Steel teeth on the skyline, sparks in the skull of the city tonight. I drew the angles, carved the calculus, bent the bones of gravity right. But the tower speaks in silence, smooth as a circuit, clean as a crime. No rival screaming from the scaffold, no jealous knives in the climb, just numbers whispering, better, better, better. I built the architecture of the quiet mind, where the conflict dies in design. Every desire reduced to a signal, every signal refined. But I hear the guitars in my nervous system, hear the static streamy eyes, so I hammer distortion into the blueprint, just to prove I'm alive. The Calderi count the futures in a lattice of luminous songs, hexapods humming the harmony of statistical outcomes. No war in the water famine, no riots in the ration lines, just variable sign. The nest breeds calculation. Good becomes better. I built the architecture of the quiet mind, where the conflict dies in design. Every desire reduced to a signal, every signal refined. But I hear the guitars in my nervous system, hear the static's dreamy eyes. So I hammer distortion into the blueprint, just to prove I'm alive. No villains, no vengeance, no fever of crowns, just a perfect machine of agreement, turning the noise down. But somewhere inside the architect's ribcage, a wild drum detonates. I add a crooked corridor to the structure just to hear something break. I built the architecture of the quiet mind, where the conflict falls away. But the screaming guitars in the blueprint keep drilling through the day. Imperfection erases the heartbeat, and the silence becomes divine. Then I'll scratch a distortion in the circuits, like a crack in the quiet mind. Beneath the copper dusk of the northern sky, the canal lies still as if holding its breath. Mist gathers like memory over the stagnant water, and the reeds whisper with voices that are not wind. A footstep echoes on the crumbling towpath, old stone slick with evening dew. No one walks here now, yet something waits beneath the mirrored surface, long and patient, a shadow in the green-black glass. They speak of it quietly in the taverns of abandoned towns, an old story, a warning in low tones. Something moves below the water, never rippling, never breaking, yet always felt. Eyes that never close, hungers that never fade. It drifts through the canal, leaving frost in the reeds and the faint, impossible scent of iron and decay. I walked once along that water, the boards groaning beneath my boots, and felt the cold brush of fingers that were not mine. No reflection answered my gaze, but the water shimmered as if in laughter. I turned away, and yet the canal followed, its voice under the boards, sibilant slow. Come closer, the water waits. At night, I hear it still, beneath the floorboards of my mind. The drip of water, the scrape of claws along stone, the hush of breath I cannot hear, the murmur of eyes that see me in the dark. And in the daylight, the canal lies quiet, untraveled, unassuming. A ribbon of black glass threading through the old town, but I know what sleeps beneath, and it waits, as patient as the grave, as Canadian as snow. Do not linger near the stagnant water, do not follow the towpath into the mist. Some canals remember you long after you have gone, and some creatures linger longer than memory itself. Beneath the northern sky, the canal waits, always waits. I rolled past the neon blur of a gas station where the pumps are older than half the cars I've owned. The sign promises coffee, but only gives heat, and the bulletin board is full of job listings for towns that stopped existing sometime in the mid-'80s. The road is endless and the GPS is laughing at me. Every mile stretches like a canvas-eyed Nasta paint full of diner ashtrays, discarded tires, and that uncanny feeling that everything I see was once somebody's great idea. I drive past rusting barns, every border-filled ambition. I'm looking for the mountain peak, 'cause that's what we do now. We document the strange, or if it's climbing me. The first rock outcrop looks like a man in repose. I stop to photograph him because that's what we do now. We document the strange. Important for what? Every chisel mark a statement, every shadow cast a question. Did he want this? Did the carvers? Does it even matter? If the wind thinks it matters, I take a step up the stone, breathing sunlight and ridicule. I imagine the sculptor standing there, hammer in hand, smirking in the man himself, if he ever existed, rolling in his grave, or maybe just laughing at how seriously we take it all. Halfway up, my thighs burn. My voice croaks, asking questions that echo back at me in rocks and birds. Who am I to complain? I'm Gary, grounded in sarcasm, walking the hollowed skeletons of towns, thinking I might reach understanding through sheer exertion. The air smells of pine and dust, a faint tang of diesel and decay. I pass a cairn someone built, name scratched in stone, love lost, or maybe just boredom. I touch cold, smooth, empty world, temporary monuments to mistakes we barely understand. At last, the summon, the American immortalized in stone, stands taller than every thought I've had. A monument to ambition hovers, irony indebted till he asks me. I ask him, what do you think of your likeness? Does it honor the country or just mock the foolishness of its makers? I think about my own voice, doesn't matter if I shout. Do the stones answer, do they shape somebody else's pride? While I pant in the thin air and sweat the irrelevance of being me. I sit on the ledges, roads and rivers bending like questions I don't know how to answer, I'm aware. A part of the landscape now, another ephemeral engaging, soon to be swallowed by weather, time, indifference. Somewhere another town waits, I always drive